start first by thanking you, Melvin, for taking the time to chat with us here at the Christian Beat, all about your upcoming project.
No, thank you so much for having me. The pleasure is all mine.
Absolutely. So I do want to talk a little bit. It's coming out in a couple weeks in June.
Mhm.
So I just want to start first by how long this has been kind of in the process for you, and if the vision for the project has changed and evolved as you've gone, or if you had like a really strict vision up front for this one.
So the project, I'd say maybe time moves so fast, so I get so lost in the month. I mean, I think maybe about 5 or 6 months ago, I, kind of brought the team this idea. I really just wanted to pay tribute to different artists that have inspired me, growing up, and who have really helped create who I am today. I was really not shocked, but just like kind of like thrown that they really like, okay, let's do it, and I was like, okay, cool. So definitely it has evolved over time. We added songs, we tried different ideas, then we added different artists because um, for me, there's more than just 6 or 7 artists that I really want to just pay tribute to. So I wanted to make it an ongoing thing to where, in different seasons I pay tribute. And yeah, we definitely had to toss around who to do first, who would be a good staple, and what song. And it's a long process, but it was an amazing process.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, uh, how do you go about if you're talking about artists that have inspired you and things? How do you even go about starting to whittle that list down? Because I'm sure, to your point, it's a long list.
Yes, absolutely. For me, it was a lot about memories. Like I've had memories of listening to Ty Tribbett when I was younger. Of course, being on the road with my parents, music was our surroundings. And so I would listen, I would hear so many different things. Kurt Franklin, Mary, I would just those songs and those artists would be on repeat for me. And, even as a young kid, like those songs were inspiring to me to be able to hear, to see the theatrics and to hear how they, went about creating and all of these different elements. That's really what's my basis. Because those things I used to study that stuff, and that is what helped cultivate who I am as an artist today.
So, how do you balance paying tribute to the original, but also
Mhm.
making it your own and inputting yourself into it as well?
Yes, that can be a little difficult at times. But I like to take a more theatrical approach, because for me, the classic is always a classic. So you want to try to kind of mimic it in a sense, but at the same time, like you said, to change it, add more elements of Melvin and different things like that. But it's in the way that I sing, the tones that I use, the textures. I think people are going to hear on this album the different textures of different songs, and hopefully it comes across how I try to bring a certain feel of that specific artist. So when it comes out, I hope people will be able to listen to it and say, this song is different than this song, but it's really just paying tribute to who it was. And I really just hope people walk away with like, wow.
That's awesome. And you have pre-released two of the covers already. Um,
Yes.
so can you talk to me a little bit about what you're hearing back from those, kind of how you've experienced the reaction and the impact of those so far?
Yes, when I tell you, it has been some amazing feedback I've been hearing from across the country. Like, He's Never Failed Me Yet was, of course, it was in honor of CC Winans. I
Mhm.
didn't know how people would respond because it's such a different song, but it's a song that spoke to me so heavy. But I have been hearing people love it. People just love, number one, that I paid tribute to her, that I chose that song, that, I did what I had to do to make it my own, but still, represent her. And I just really pray that I've done her justice in some sort of sense. But yes, and even Hold On, like, that song was such a staple for Thai tribute fans in general. And so I've been hearing a lot of great feedback from that. People are saying like that is a bold move. Yes, it was a bold move because I was scared to do it. It's like I'm super scared. But I think this is the season for bold moves. So let's just go for it. And the responses have been amazing.
That's awesome. And you mentioned memories and different things and connecting with the songs on this project. I'm curious, can you pick out the track that is kind of speaking to your current season right now the most?
Hmm. Well, some of them haven't been released yet. And so that's another thing. I think all of these songs speak to my testimony, but thinking about the current season that I'm in, I would have to say He's Never Failed Me Yet is probably the one that is really speaking to my current season. In a lot of ways, I'm uncertain about a lot of things that are to come. But I know that God has never failed me. I have to think about the history we have, and how He's brought me through every season flawlessly. And I cannot start to doubt Him now because if He did it for me then, I know that He will do it for me now. And so I think hearing that song really still speaks to me in this day and time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I do want to also mention and congratulate you for being nominated for four different Stellar Awards recently.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you're excited about that.
Yes.
But what else does that mean for you, just having that nomination?
um, in a lot of ways, coming into this season, I didn't think I was qualified or good enough to do this gospel music industry, being an artist, like, going into Sunday Best like a couple years ago, I didn't think I would be good enough to even get this far. Growing up, I used to see all of these artists at the Stellar Awards and receiving these awards for just putting out great music and inspiring people. And to be recognized for doing that, creating my own lane and just doing that for myself, um, means the world to me. Like, to be nominated for 4 Stellars, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that because this is like a big first for me. Like, nominated for 4 Stellars at one time, it's unexplainable.
I was gonna say, and
Absolutely.
earlier this year, you were also nominated for a Grammy, correct?
Yes, yes, I'm still reeling from that. That is absolutely insane. But I'm super grateful to be recognized in that light. I don't do it for the recognition. I don't do it for the awards. My objective is to lead people closer to Jesus and to see, His kingdom come and His children come closer to Him. But to be recognized is absolutely an honor.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So I'm curious then, you're obviously looking forward to the release of this project and
Yes.
those things as well, but kind of what are some of the other things that are coming up for you that you're excited for, you're looking forward to?
Yes, I am excited. I'm trying to get into more um, with social media and content creating and getting more engaged with people. I am not the best at it at all. I've never really been a huge social media person, so I am excited to connect with people more on a personal level and just getting to know more about how people work and. So you can really connect with them when I go out to these places to minister to perform. I want to be engaging with people, really get to know people and inspire them on a more personal level. And so that's one of the things. There's more music to come, more content, musical content to come that I am super excited about. I am trying to get into some things that I really can't talk about right now, but I cannot wait for the world to see. Hopefully, it all goes according to plan. But of course, releasing more music. I can't say exactly when, but I am in the process of creating more so that when the time comes, we have a lot more music to put out. So there's a lot of great things coming up for me, and I'm just super grateful.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Well, I know we're getting close to time, so I'll just let you close. I'll give you the opportunity just to share a little bit about what's behind your heart right now for those that are going to come in contact and do come in contact with your music.
Yes, listen, thank you guys, whoever can see this or listening, thank you guys, for listening to my music and, just really taking the time to see what I'm all about. I pray that I have inspired you in some way and brought you closer to Jesus and made you feel a little brighter about your life. I really hope that you stay humble, you stay kind, and just walk with Jesus. He is our friend indeed. Told my friends recently who are going through something that um, God really wants honesty. And he really wants all of your problems. He wants to hear about it all because he is our friend and our Father, and He will take good care of you always. So stay encouraged. Put a smile on your face today, even if you don't feel it. God is going to come through for you. So be blessed.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Melvin, for taking the time. I really appreciated it.
Thank you. No, the honor is all mine.